Alrighty, here we've got Subnautica being played on Nintendo Switch. I've reviewed this game before on the PS4, and oh boy, to say I was excited to check this out on the Switch is an understatement. This game is courtesy of, it's recodes courtesy of Unknown Worlds. Wow, this game is just amazing. So we're going to go ahead and go to options here. So we've got General. So we've got language, show news, subtitles, all that stuff, graphics options, controller options. I'm going to go ahead and do play. So when you play the game, and of course my save file didn't transfer. Okay, so we've got survival mode, crash land on a dangerous alien planet, scavenge resources, and manage hunger, thirst, survive. Freedom, like survival but without hunger or thirst. Hardcore, survival mode with only one life, no oxygen alerts. Creative, build anything with no constraints, oxygen, food, pressure, story, and death disabled. Now, creative mode does say that the story is disabled, however you still can progress through the story. You just don't have to wait for everything to unlock, and you don't have to worry about dying and all that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at... Okay, so freedom is like survival. You just don't have to deal with hunger or thirst. You can just die. So we're gonna go ahead and do survival. So this game releases today. Today is the 14th. Releases on Nintendo Switch along with its sequel, Subnautica Below Zero. This is also available for physical purchase as an actual cartridge. My understanding is, though I haven't had any confirmation, though it appears that both games are on a single cartridge, which is amazing, if true. So you have both games on one cartridge. It's really cool. So for those that don't know, Subnautica takes place on an alien planet in an alien ocean. So you're in the escape pod that trying to escape the ship that had an accident. The ship crash lands in the ocean, and the escape pod lands in the ocean several, I guess, yards away from it. So the gameplay, I mean, the game looks beautiful for Switch. It looks really, really good. Alright, put this fire out. There we go. This loads up your inventory.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode.
Okay, so we can see if there's anything.
Please refer to the data bank.
No, there's not. Okay, so
good luck.
You can either climb up here. Actually, we'll go ahead and do it. We'll climb up the ladder. So here you are in the middle of the ocean, and there's your ship. You have to get to it, but you can't use yet. It's the Aurora. Let's climb back in here, and we're gonna go down this way. Actually, we're gonna open up the storage first, and we're gonna grab. I'll grab all this stuff. So you open this up, and there's the ocean. So here you are. This game is just, I mean, this game is huge. This game is an open world game. Yes, it takes place entirely in the ocean, but this game is just huge. This world's huge. I mean, yeah, there's some clipping here and there, but this, in my opinion, is a very phenomenal feat to have on the Switch and have it look almost as good as its PS4 and Xbox One counterparts. Alright, so I'm probably gonna actually end up dying here. I didn't even think about it. Come on, don't black out, don't black out. Oh, blacked out, it died. Alright, so when you die, as I just did, you'll end up losing your stuff and you have to go back and get it sometimes, depending on what you have, what you're carrying with you. Yeah, I died and lost belongings, so I need to come back down. Grab the stuff. It should be right. No, where was it? Sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. And let me see what I've... Oh, okay, never mind. I think I lost the rock, so it's not anything to worry about. But yeah, you can go cave diving, you can harvest resources, and you have to be careful because I'm about to die again. Let's see if I can actually... Come on. Nope, I'm dead again. Alright, so yeah, you gotta be careful at the beginning of the game. You can't just, be in a cave and forget that you're there. You have to have a way to get oxygen. The easiest way to do that when you start out is by fabricating some pipes and a airbag. So you have to actually harvest resources to go back and actually create the items to use here. But yeah, I mean, this game, you can easily get distracted and lost exploring, as I've done twice in the short time I've been playing the game here. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and do... Let's go to quit. And I'll show you creative mode. So it's the same thing as survival mode. You just don't have to deal with thirst, don't have to deal with hunger. You can't die. You're pretty much invulnerable. And you don't have to gather resources or rebuild things. Everything's there for you right out of the box. So it's definitely useful to be able to use creative mode to build things, see how they're built, and just kind of explore. Now, we're gonna go ahead and just dive right into the water here.
Provide environment appropriate equipment using locally available materials for your safety.
There is a complete day-night cycle in the game. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take.
Your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within.
All right, so here is your habitat creator. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just build a small base real quick.
were removed from standard survival
So I'm actually going to build
following
it.
the massacre on Abraxas Prime.
I'm going to build it over
Life
here.
remains the only exception.
Build it over here.
Motivational
Right here.
note. Craig
Okay.
McGill crash landed in the acid swamps of Boreal 9, fought off arachnid kidney poachers.
Alright, so
and
I'm going to
hijacked
build some
detained
platforms.
If he can do all that,
Power restored.
you can survive
All
one more
primary
day.
systems online.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life
Oops.
detected.
There we go. Okay, so platforms, the foundation helps so you can build. Build here without having to worry about the terrain. And you can stack
It may be
rooms on top of each other to make multiple floors, which is kind of cool. I'm actually going to go and just make a couple of them here.
Forget that it is not.
There we go. Okay, so build a couple of rooms. Actually, just one big tower, I guess you can call it, because it's really what it is. Alright, and here we're going to go ahead and do an observatory. No, we're not. We're going to do... We'll do a scanner room. There. Okay, and then we're going to use tubing to connect them all. I'm going to connect them here. Oh. There we go. So I've noticed it's actually freezing quite a bit here. Let me see if I can... Nope, okay. Huh. Interesting. I didn't do that on my Switch Lite. I'm not sure why it's happening here. It's a little odd. And you can use the D-pad to orientate the things you're trying to place. Yeah, it seems like after everything I place, it's freezing. That's a little interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just say that I'm done. I mean, I'm not done, but I'm not going to deal with that. Alright, so I'm going to put a hatch on this here. Okay, and I'm going to enter the base. So here's what happens on the inside. And now I can build a ladder. Okay, so now I'm as high as I can go. Now if I wanted to get out of here, I can build myself a hatch right here. And now you'll see that I'm above the water. And I could, for instance, I can put in like a vehicle upgrade console. I can put in a bioreactor, a nuclear reactor for power, if I needed to worry about those things. Here you can put in a fabricator, so I can use this to make stuff. Equipment and tools. Deployables, so I can do a mobile vehicle bay. I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to show you what the vehicles look like. Okay. I'm actually going to go and just exit. Okay, so I'm going to go over here where it's deep enough. And I'll bring up my inventory. I already had one. Go figure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sign a quick slot, go over to it. There we go. Okay, so now I can use this to create a vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and create the Cyclops. Ugh, seriously? Okay, I'm going to do this then. I'm going to do a Seamoth. This is a little tiny vehicle you can use. I'm going to pack up the mobile vehicle bay or thing if I can. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go over to the Seamoth. I'm going to jump in. Now you can equip this with like rockets and stuff, which is cool. So it does have a way to defend itself, which is definitely needed if you're going to play this in survival. Okay, so this should be deep enough water. And we're going to try this again. Okay, and
Be advised.
come on, I'm going to try this again. Let's go.
Designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced
Cyclops.
people
There we
should
go.
attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
And here's your submarine. Okay, we're gonna hop on the Seamoth, and we're gonna wait for this to drop in the water. Now, what's really cool about this this big old submarine is you can actually put the Seamoth in the submarine, which is really cool. There we go. So you dock the Seamoth and the Cyclops, and then you can come over here and pilot the submarine. Turn the engine on. And now you're piloting the Cyclops. A big old submarine in the ocean, which is really cool. Now, if you end up putting the engines on like high, like flank speed, you end up catching the engine room on fire. You don't have to go and put the fire out. But yeah, as you can see, you'll get scans for like caves and stuff. You can go exploring. So yeah, this game's pretty awesome and runs relatively well on Switch, all things considered. There's lights. There's some local wildlife there. And the game, you can go pretty far into the ocean. I mean, so far I've gotten down to below 1,000 feet. And then I got lost. You can't get very turned around very quickly in this game. So there's that to keep in mind. But yeah, there's a lot to the game, and it's a lot of fun. So I've been having a lot of fun with the Switch port of this game. I want to thank Unknown Worlds for the re-updating of the game. This game's beautiful, very well done, very well made, and a heck of a lot of fun on Nintendo Switch. So I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.